Patriots, Dolphins.
And for anyone that isn't that super familiar with NBA, Noah Connie's not good.
No, he might be one day. Not now.
Not now. But that's how down bad I am.
The waivers are not great in that league.
No, it isn't.
Come to find out.
Again,
A lot of Brandon
at least I'm in
Bujinski.
second place. Again, I lost to producer Damien by 30 points.
All right,
Thomas.
Patriots, Dolphins. Dolphins take care of business on the back of Tua having a big day. Only 20 for 40, but over 300 yards, 4 touchdowns. All great news for Tua in fantasy. We got to hear from him after the game on the Dolphins' current win streak.
Getting into a rhythm of stacking wins up in the win column. I definitely think that that's a big, morale booster for the guys in the locker room. And this is something that, they can take into this upcoming week. And, guys are feeling good. Everything feels better when you win. We'll enjoy this win, but, this next one's going to be big for us. And we're excited to go down there to Green Bay and, show everybody on Primetime what we can do.
Tua's excited for the big opportunity ahead after they've been clicking right now.
They have been.
Week 11, 3 touchdowns. Week 12, 4 touchdowns. At least 23 fantasy points in each week. And Matthew, what was crazy about this game, you hinted at earlier, the revival of Jaylen Waddle, who was borderline droppable, it felt like at some point this
First
season.
20-point game this season, only his second game with even double-digit fantasy points. And if you out there started him, I didn't. I'll own it. I absolutely did not. Kudos to you, but just, again, it's nice, great. The Dolphins have won 3 in a row. Whatever. They beat the Patriots. They beat the Raiders last week, and then they beat the Rams, which I don't think the Rams' victory looks nearly as good after the dismantling they got last night. So, we'll see. If the Dolphins have always been bad in cold weather. So if they go to Lambeau on Thursday night, games here on NBC and Peacock, I think it's the best game on Thanksgiving, actually. But if they go into Lambeau Thursday night and they beat the Packers, okay. Then we're like, all right.
Things will look different.
Yeah, then we'll look different. But until that time, I'm not ready to buy any of this. The stuff that I do buy is that Tua's playing at a very high level, fantasy-wise. Back-to-back games now with at least 23 fantasy points. He's getting Jonnu Smith involved, Devon Achane. By the way, it's Jalen Wright over Raheem Mostert. We'll talk about this more tomorrow. But, Mostert, welcome to Dumpsville, I think.
Yeah, I'll use him.
As well. But I don't know that I predict this going forward for Jaylen Waddle. I mean, Jaylen Waddle's going to be a risky wide receiver 3 next week, right? Against the Packers.
I think the key is so the Patriots, they play a ton of man coverage. When it's man coverage, Jaylen Waddle should be able to do a lot more because that is where he excels. Patriots side of the ball, Ramondre Stevenson, 8 carries for 13 yards. I don't know what to say. This isn't a very good team, and they were 7.5-point dogs, and he just didn't get the volume because they were down.
He's a volume and touchdown-dependent low-end RB2. In games in which he doesn't score, he averages 6.3 fantasy points per game. In this one, he got 3.3. He's been under 3 yards per carry in 4 of the last 6. He's a volume and touchdown-dependent running back. So it's just always how lucky do you feel that he's going to fall into the end zone. It felt like he got into one and then it got called back or whatever. But, I will say, for those that you watch fantasy football pregame, Pop Douglas in this game did do better than Alec Pierce. Just saying.
We'll have more on that throughout the week. Here's the injuries we're tracking from Week 12. Gardner Minshew, he's going to be down the rest of the season with that broken collarbone. Both Commanders running backs, Brian Robinson got injured that ankle very early in the game. Austin Eckler has the concussion. David Montgomery left the game with a shoulder injury. Romeo Doubs is in concussion protocol. Josh Downs is now expected to be week to week with that shoulder injury and will not play this week most likely. Jatavian Sanders with a neck injury. And on the bottom of the list there, Matthew Berry, his soul.
This is an injury we're watching. My soul has been crushed.
We'll keep an eye on it, though. And we'll keep you updated if he'll be a game-time decision.
My heart is dark. I'm sad.
I got something to cheer you up.
I need a hug.
The National Dog Show,
dogs
presented by Purina, features the top dogs in the country competing for Best in Show. Watch on Thanksgiving at 12 p.m. Eastern, right after the parade on NBC and Peacock. We're taking our first break. When we're back, we got Weekend Warriors and Sunday Scaries. Right after this.
Hey, it's Matthew Berry from NBCSports.com and RotorWorld.com, and I want to thank you so much for watching whatever it is you just watched, or if nothing else, being too lazy to click out of the autoplay after this video started, after whatever it is you actually wanted to watch finished. But now that you're here, I'd like to take a moment here to ask you respectfully now, okay? I'm asking you respectfully to subscribe to the NFL on NBC YouTube channel. You'll get the latest Roto-World fantasy news headlines, all sorts of great shows, including my own Fantasy Football Happy Hour. So go subscribe now. Again, I'm asking respectfully.